Print on demand is dead. Or is it? In this video, I'm going to explain all the mistakes people are making with print on demand and why it's not working for them. If you're new to this channel, my name is George McConnell and I made over $1 million on Etsy last year. So I'm going to start off by saying print on demand is a huge business. You can make a lot of money. However, what these YouTubers are not telling you is how to go about making that money. Instead, they're showing you a shirt or a mug and saying this shirt made $10,000 in a month, or this company makes $100,000 a month. This mug made $10,000 a month, so on, right? Problem is that they're showing you shops that have already built a brand, a reputation, and have been selling for multiple years. To be able to compete against something like that is virtually impossible. You cannot provide the same exact shirt or mug and expect to overtake somebody that has 300,000 sales. They built that shop from the ground up, and they are not going to lose their first page ranking. They're not going to lose the push that Etsy, provides them. And also the amount of money that they're spending on ads each and every single month, you are never going to be able to compete with. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to avoid being stuck in the big, huge mix of everybody else. But first, I want to show you what that mix is doing to you and how many people you're competing against and why you're not getting sales. So I already went ahead and launched YouTube and even typed in Etsy print on demand to show you how many views some of these videos are receiving. This one right here is 1.6 million for a mug. You scroll down, you can find another one. Here's a shirt, 1 million. Another shirt, 1 million. This is just in the past year. Now, if you filter this out to just the past month, you have other ones here. A cell phone case, 92,000 views. Another mug, 57,000 views. This one's a shirt, 32,000, 28,000, and it goes on and on. With so many people going to those videos and getting the same information, they're applying that information into a new store. So once you see that video and there's millions of people already doing it, you're behind the ball because you're going to just do everything that everybody else is doing. And like I said earlier, they're only showing you those stores that have, built a reputation and built a brand selling these items. They're not showing you, a brand new store saying, hey, let's launch this store together and I'm going to show you how to make money. They're not doing that. They're showing you a store that's been in business for 5+ years, has probably, 200, 300,000 sales, thousands of reviews. And yes, they are making that sort of money. However, it is gross. It's not net. That's one misconception that a lot of people do not tell you. So there's a lot of expenses going into that, and I will make that in another video. Anyway, so the big thing with this is that if you're going to continuously do everything that everybody else is doing, you're never going to get anywhere. Now we're going to jump into Etsy. I'm going to show you Etsy right now and show you how many listings you would be competing against if you followed their step-by-step. So I already went ahead and I launched Etsy and I typed in custom shirts. So I just want to show you that when you're launching custom shirts on Etsy, how many shirts there are, right? And you'll see all these big, huge companies here. 24,000 reviews. This one, 3.4, 17.9, 5.3. Now, over here, it shows you your results of 1,000+. It's not giving you an exact amount. When you type in custom shirts, there are 1.3 million listings that pop up with just that keyword. So trying to be noticed in a world of 1 million+ listings is going to be really hard. Now, if you type in custom shirts for women, you'll see the same thing. It'll say 1,000. These are dedicated to just females. And with that, there are 1 million listings. For men, you have 914,000. Okay. Now, if you type in, say, funny shirts, 2.4 million listings will pop up, which is crazy. Funny shirts. But Etsy only shows you 1,000. So As a new seller, you don't understand how many listings are actually out there. And nobody's really telling you, especially on YouTube, they're not saying, hey, you're going to compete against 2.4 million listings if you go and launch a print on demand business and you want to sell funny shirts. So, the way to go about this is you need to have long tags. You need to be very specific. Now, when I said custom shirts for women was 1 million. But if I do custom shirt for wife, on this one here, because I used this custom shirt for wife, there's only 40,000 listings. And for men, it goes down to about 28,000. Now that's an easier competition rather than going for a custom shirt and you're competing against millions. Now you're only competing against 40,000 listings. And this same thing will actually apply for mugs. So if you just do custom mugs, again, it shows 1,000, but that's not true. There's 581,000 listings for custom mugs, just that keyword. Now, if you do custom mugs for wife, and you have all these different mugs here, that's only 27,000 listings. That's something you can compete in. Now you can even go down even further and say if you did, custom mug, let's see, we'll do golden retriever. I think I spelled that wrong. Anyway, with that right here, 4,612. That's it. 4,612 if you were to sell a mug with a golden retriever on it. But you have to make sure that you actually have that as a long keyword. So now we're on to, what can I do to actually make money with print on demand? And as I was showing you on Etsy, if you go down and get it very specific, you get less and less competition. And that's really the only way that you're going to be able to compete on Etsy with a print on demand service. You're not going to be able to tackle these, huge companies that have been around. And you're not going to get sales right away because it's going to be so specific that you need to wait for that person to come and look for, golden retriever. Or they need to look specifically for their wife or even a name. If you put it down to a name, I wouldn't suggest that because then you're really basing it off of one person's name. But you get my point with that, is you need to have long tail keywords and those customers are searching at that. And if you really think, how do you search on Google? You don't search, custom shirt, right? You actually type in what you want. I want this. I want that. So be really specific with what your shirt is. If it's a cat in space, you'd want to put that. Now, if you put funny shirt, cat in space, funny shirt's going to get hit a lot. And you're going to be competing against that 2.4 million. But if you have the space cat, cats in space, things like that, that's a really short keyword that's going to not have many listings. And that's where you're going to grab people. So you need to make sure to have more specific keywords to what you're selling so that you grab those people in there and they're the ones that are going to buy. And one more thing I want to just touch base on before you start trying to do print on demand is do not do what everybody else is doing. That's the biggest thing is when you're starting off new, you don't know where to start. You're confused, and I completely understand that. But looking at your competition and trying to copy them is never going to put you ahead. You're just going to be doing the same thing, and so many other people do that. They'll look at the competition and say, oh, well, they're using this mock-up, or they're doing this, or this is how their description is. That's not unique. You need to be unique. You need to be different. And if you see right now, I'm going to post videos of all these different shirts being posted with all these mock-ups. It's all the same mock-up. All the same person in these photos, but different stores. That's not unique. You need to be different. You need to stand out. Now you may be asking yourself, hey, if I can't look at competition, how am I supposed to stand out? How am I supposed to be unique and differentiate myself from other competition? I made a video prior to this with 5 things to stand out and start getting customers to roll in. I'll leave a link below. Click on that. Check that out. That will help you understand how to actually grab the attention of customers and get them into your store. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to launch videos every single week explaining how to go into these different things. And I do want to touch more detail, especially on POD. It is a very long process. I just want to make a short video for right now to try to help as best as I could. So if you want more detail, let me know, and I look forward to helping you. Thanks for checking out my channel.